Yeah. Everything good? Conclusion? You feeling all right? Everything good, CT? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling great.
Okay. We're going off the top of the dome. It's straight hip hop this time. Look. Look. Dope boy in the coop. Disappeared like poof. Big dog woof woof. Don't make me knock out your tooth. About to knock it all loose. When I'm dipping in the game, you already know my name. You already know my lane. I never ever sniffing cane. I'm still make it go bang. I make it go like Kurt Cobain. Cause I'm still in Nirvana. You know I still got the drama. I still be rolling with the llama. I never put it on my mama. Unless I'm telling all the truth though. I still be fire in the booth though. Still be kicking out the bricks. Almost fell off the top, but I still got the tricks. Just like it was cereal. Spread around like it was venereal. Better put the damn condom on. Better stop going hitting the raw. What I'm talking about. Dope boy going and knock him out. Then I go to and trace him out. Then I go to and place him out. Put it all on the damn table. You know damn Mr. Cain Nabel. This is Justice League podcast and you know we do like damn cable. Ooh, that was eventful.
That was great, man.
Spread it around like it was venereal.
That was crazy. You know another crazy one? When you said, I never slipped up and came. That's a lie.
Yeah. I said,
you have a whole daughter.
Yeah. I have. Yeah, I'm out here.
She is in college.
Yeah. Howard University.
Never slipped up and came. Here's the funny thing. When you the friend of a rapper, bro, and it's like they rapping and they be lying, how do you...
I got a Glock in my pockets. You be like, stop it. Put that in there. No, you don't. You don't have a Glock, Tony.
Bro, that's how I knew in the middle of that rhyme. You've been rapping for years.
Yeah.
But in that rhyme, I knew I could not be a hype man.
You know the fun fact though?
What?
I know you well enough to know you can't hide the emotion on your face.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I closed my eyes. I was like, I don't even want to see his discontent.
Never slipped up and came. I was like,
we're condoms. Why am I talking about that? Bring it all back.
Bring it all back.
Start showing your age. And I know these jeans ain't making my thighs look any better this episode. But my goal is that as the episodes evolve, the thighs will get smaller and be like, yo, look at this guy.
Dope boy, what I tell you, I've looked at old episodes and see myself like, my guy.
Listen.
What's cracking?
I almost pulled like a serious producers meeting. Like, what do we feel about shooting from the just chest up? Like, would the audience lose anything production-wise? Like,
what do we
I mean, because they want to hear us. They don't need to really see Malay.
Here's the funny thing.
I don't watch, and I don't have that many jeans.
The funny thing, first of all, I appreciate the honesty.
That's what's going on in these streets.
The funny thing is, at first I thought you were joking, and then I saw you low-key literally look at the conclusion. Like, so is that...
you think we can possibly, but is that something you can do, conclusion? No.
Bro.
Okay, I like that. Shoot that. Okay, let's keep it like that. Do you mind?
Hey, man, whatever makes you comfortable.
I'm good with that, man. Keep these thighs out of it.
Meanwhile, bro, man, you had asked something right before we started rolling. You said, I said, the time. One, I just bought some suits. Suits, bro. Please
do tell. So you bought the plural, more than one.
Yeah, so I bought, I'm not gonna say the company because they're not paying us. Mm-hmm. However, it's a very popular website. Okay. And I bought it's like this green suit, right? Like similar, it's a Kelly green. And I was like, oh, bet. And you know, the way it laid on me, I'm like, ooh.
Wait,
super
so
comfortable.
You ordered it online?
Yeah.
So you bought it without trying it on?
Yeah.
But it fit good?
Oh my God, so amazingly.
How did you get them your correct measurements?
Well, it's once you know your size.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and this spot is easier because you ain't got to put in, M seam is this and wait, it's
right.
Like you just.
Oh, I thought, because a lot of times, I mean, the custom fit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's like when they put the tape measure around you, but that's good that you know your measurements. So,
bro, let me tell you something. I had that green one on and I was like, let me go back to the site. I got a brown one, a gray one, a blue one.
What made you want to start getting suits? Are you going to start performing in them?
No, I've always enjoyed how suits look. But I could never find a material that I felt comfortable in that you can, move around and be comfortable with. Right. So this material was fire. And to answer your question, the reason I got the suits is because I'm able to start wearing regular people clothes, man.
I had a similar thought. That's funny that you say that. I had a similar thought. Like I kind of wanted to start moving my clothes because I feel like I dress a lot younger than I am.
Dress like a child.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, I mean, but if just like, if not nothing else, like not to the extent of suits,
yeah,
but like maybe just like, you know what I'm saying, like slacks, like, you know what I'm saying, like a cool, like, you know, shirt, maybe some, you know, square toe shoes. It's like different, like square toe, you understand that? Just a little different than what it's been, like not a complete shift from what I've been doing, but I'm just like, no, I kind of want to be taken a little bit more seriously in this game anyway, so maybe a little shift.
Well, I think it's about where you go or just how you conduct yourself, because somebody could be in a hoodie and jeans and you give them respect like they are your elders anyway, but you also got to remember, my mother dressed me in suits and sweaters and all of that stuff when I was a kid, so I've been 40 since I was 5.
You had a 3-piece suit in the 3rd grade?
I will show you a picture, bro.
Really?
I swear. Kindergarten.
There's never really a point in my life where I wore a ton of suits. You know, when I was in my Buddy Love stage,
yeah,
and there was like a bunch of events. I think it was like the 20-year All Def anniversary.
Okay.
Man, that was one of them. Like that was when I think I was like 285 right around that. Man, the suit was just perfect. And that was a tailor suit. Like they gave me the measurements and everything. It was one of them moments.
You're dangerous in a suit because you're also light skinned with light eyes. Women love that. What do you think you are?
I'm like I wouldn't go as far as say chocolate, but I'm like, I'm not light skinned. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting you feel that way.
Steph Curry is light skinned. Drake is light skinned.
Do you think you're a lot darker than those guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least a couple of shades.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't feel, I don't know how I feel about myself.
Oh, I know you don't know. And that's why I started
What would you call your shade?
I used to think.
I feel like you're throwing me a lot of shade about my shade.
You are almost as yellow as they come. Here's
what
the thing.
are you talking about? I'm gonna need you to not be calling me a redbone.
Hey,
that's how I felt though. It's not about what you said. It's about how it made me feel. Like that's where he's going with this. Because I really don't know how to feel skin wise. Like I don't know.
Listen,
but I felt like I was closer to chocolate than light skin.
No, sir.
Dog, have you seen Klay Thompson?
The basketball player,
yes.
Because at first I was like, "Are you saying my name?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's
light.
He's also what is he biracial?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't really get called light skin when you're biracial. I'm not trying to be color struck.
Okay. So I got you saying. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Well, you biracial, you're just like there's a lot of different shades that you can be, but you don't really get called light skin when you're biracial.
I got you.
Yeah. So multicultural, I guess you're supposed to say multicultural.
but back to me in these suits. I've never really like regularly wore suits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them dudes that got like a suit. Like,
yo,
I'm that guy.
I have
but now you got options.
I do have options now. I got mad blazers. Mad blazers like the what do you call it? Like award show jacket type blazers. Not like, oh, I'm going to court on Monday type
Right.
And then I was rocking that for the past 2.5 years because I couldn't really find any dress pants that complimented me. Right. And then, you know, glory be to God, these pounds dropping. So I was like, let me test the water. I'm gonna
put my toe in the water.
Man, I'm in that pool now, boy.
Out there swimming.
Ooh, can't wait to take Tangerine to dinner, boy. I'm gonna
That's
be
fire,
shining.
Man. Take pictures and put them on the gram, man.
Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking of that, but at the same time, when you photograph something, you kind of can't wear it again. And these suits are standoutable.
They're fire like that. That's what I hate about Instagram. Yeah. Is that I probably would post a lot more, but I feel like you got to have a lot more outfits.
You got to have outfits.
You got to be like having mad outfits. Like
this and this, first time I've worn either. The jeans I've had for 3 years, could never get in them. This jacket I bought months ago and was like, man, when can I wear it? And then I was like, you know what? The podcast is doing pretty well.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on there.
Throw it up.
Because some people on there be having like, when you go through their feed, like I'll go back through years. I don't ever see them repeat.
No.
You know who's notorious? You know who I've never seen? Shout out to my homebro. I'm gonna put him on blast in a good way. But you know who I've known him at this point now for close to 10 years and have followed him on Instagram and, you know what I'm saying, see his stuff pretty regularly. Never seen him duplicate an outfit or shoes.
Who?
Conceited.
Conceited.
From Wildin' Out.
Oh, Conceited.
Yes.
Well, Conceited is like a millionaire.
Yeah, but I'm saying I've never seen it. Like even way before that, like even when we first started, like in the humble beginnings, like when he was coming in from battle rap, I'm like, This guy's got a pretty long closet.
You know, I'm gonna have to give a disclaimer, bro. First of all, shout out to Conceited, friend of the show.
Friend of the podcast.
Nothing but love. He's always been a very nice guy to me. But he doesn't count, bro. He's a really short dude. And clothes are readily available for shorter men, bro.
Yo, and shoe size is harder for size 13.
If we spend $300, we getting maybe an outfit and a half. If he spends $300, he's getting 10 people's wardrobes, bro.
That is a fact.
Come on, man.
Yeah, small because when
I'm jealous. If I could be honest.
Quite honestly.
Quite honestly, bro. He go to the Gucci store and it's like literally half off of what he's trying to get.
No, that's a fact.
Come on, man.
But no, that's why I don't post as much on Instagram, man.
I be posting these videos from the neck up.
Like, I ain't got enough outfits for this. They be like, you must have shot all these in this. This is the same day.
Listen, hey, quiet as kept. Everything that I have to shoot, you know, content-wise,
right,
with microphones, without saying the names.
Wow, you just don't want nobody to get no shine.
What I was saying was all my other podcasts.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I prefer to shoot all of them one day.
Okay, gotcha.
So I don't have to burn too many outfits.
No, I got you.
It's like, hey, different audience, different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get a sponsor from a clothing spot.
Well, you got to be careful with that.
Why?
These sponsors, a lot of clothing sponsors don't pay you. They want to give you clothes and you promote it. And
That'd
it's
be
like,
cool. I'd take some free. You wouldn't take free clothes?
I've been there, bro. You don't just want free clothes.
Why not? You don't have to pay for them.
I understand what free means. I don't know if you.
But isn't that riveting enough?
Oh, man.
That's why I had to spin the block on the definition. Like, you don't have to give them anything for this. They just give to you.
It's a lot of work and it's a lot of promotion for you getting something for free.
Oh, so it's like the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, unless it's something that you already buy. Like, say, for example, if Jordan was like, hey, we want to sponsor you. You already wearing Jordans, so this is
makes
helpful.
sense.
Yeah.
Right. It would be different if it was like Bubba Duke's shoe that's coming out. You're like, yo, right.
Well, shoes are different because a lot of clothing companies don't have shoes available. They got like hoodies and t-shirts and stuff, not even jeans. Right. But if you find a company that has jeans and sneakers or shoes, that might be worth the squeeze. But shirts and hoodies, nah.
Let me ask you this. If you ever like came out with like your own clothing line, like I know everybody got merch, so that's not withstanding merch. But if you ever came out like with a clothing line and you had to pick one item of clothing that you felt best personified you, which piece would it be and how would you design it?
Jeans.
And how would you design them jeans?
First of all, I'm going to, because the
and why?
The material is going to be what, like 10% spandex, 90% cotton, or no, 88% cotton, 2% Vend something, and then the 10% spandex. Yeah,
spandex like spandex,
like jean fabric spandex.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's like, because what I've noticed over the past decade is clothes are different for different measurements of size, but material makes the difference in what your size is.
Okay.
So say, for example, you are whatever you are in a waist, right? That's regular jean. And you look bulky in those types of jeans.
Right.
But if you add the materials that I just said to the jeans, now you have a slimmer look to the jeans, even though it's the same waist.
That's like kind of like how like sometimes we have different measurements from regular jeans to dress pants.
Yes.
It's different materials.
It's different material. So you look completely different in a suit than you would some baggy looking jeans that you don't mean to be baggy.
Got you. And why would it be jeans that you pick? Like why would it be like, what is it about your personality that will make you pick jeans?
Oh man, I love jeans. I love jeans with pockets. And that sounds ridiculous.
Like multiple?
I love multiple pockets, like pockets on the leg. Like that's my style. And I don't even be having the pockets full half the time, but just having
I
the
just
option.
want them there just in case.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Okay. I think if I came out with anything, I think I would want to come out with my own. It's one of two things, either a sock line or a hoodie line. But I think I would lean more towards a hoodie line. Just because I just love hoodies.
Socks are fun. You always wear a lot of different socks.
And I always like, I don't know if you could tell, I wear mismatched socks. Like I have a bunch of socks. I put them in the thing, and every morning I just go and just however I'm feeling, I pick those that's smooth. It's just and I kind of feel like it's just like my thing. Like nobody really knows. Oh, everybody knows now.
You know what's funny? Yeah, everybody knows now. I tell you what's wild. You're going through socks too fast now. If you're wearing a mismatched.
No, because I put them all, it's like a pot, it's like a sock gumbo. You understand me? Like, and it's really like a whole thing. Like one time, Conclusion seen me and I had 2 socks that match. He was like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, oh man, doing laundry, I only had 2 that match. So
you are 11 years old.
No,
I pick up the sock and I say, what am I feeling that day? Captain Crunch, Oreo, both of them.
That's how you got to have a little thing though. I mean, I'm saying I think everybody kind of got to have a thing, but I think,
whatever makes you happy.
But yeah, so that's why I would want to do a sock line. Because I would make a mix match sock line. Oh, the headlight! I seen the light going off over your head.
Thought of it when you were talking. We're designing it.
A mix match sock line.
Good for you, man. Look at that.
Look how when genius strikes, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So yeah, how was your weekend, man? I know we both had eventful weekends. Let's talk about them because I know you're way more excited because you had the highs and the lows.
Ooh, well, we don't need to. Anyway, so I had a Royal Rumble. You know, I'm a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm a big WWE fan because I know people are like, hey, did you see?
Okay, so that's the funny thing about
Titus Johnson?
This whole episode, you've been sidestepping and going out your way to make sure we don't say certain names and say certain things. But when it comes to wrestling, it's WWE.
Well, WWE, friend of the show. No, it's like with companies like that, we are a popular podcast. And it's like you say certain names and they get free publicity. And I don't think that's right if they're not going to try and hire us or pay us for saying their name.
I feel you though. Let me ask you this before you even start your thing about this. Would you ever consider being a wrestler?
No, it's very dangerous.
Or would you do like how celebrities do sometimes, like for a match, like how Floyd, like when you do that?
I would love that. That's my
I see
dream.
that for you. That's what I'm saying. I see that for you, bro.
I get in there because here's the thing. I'm gonna spam them with finishing moves. I'm doing sweet chin music. I'm doing rock bottom. I might hit somebody with a stunner. You never know with me.
I don't know what any of these things mean.
That's a good point. Royal Rumble was Saturday, so I had to get together at the crib, and my fellow WWE fans, we were just loving it, and it was probably one of the best Royal Rumbles in recent memory.
Who wrestled?
A lot of wrestlers.
Who was the main guy? Like, just for the novice fan who's out there, like, who's the main guy and who won out of that?
I'll tell you who the main guys were. Conclusion hasn't seen it yet, so I'm not going to do it.
Oh, yeah? Well, don't say it then. Don't say it. I don't want to ruin this for Conclusion.
That's what I'm saying.
But was it good? Was it drama-packed? Was it like...
Emotions all over the place. It
really?
Was crazy.
So then, it was worth the watch.
It was so worth the watch. Okay. And then after the show, I performed Long Beach Laugh Factory. And
how'd that go?
It was great, man. I was very, very funny. And you
are funny.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, funnier than most.
You know what's interesting? I think it's like about stage. Like, because off stage, I'm super cool.
But you're funny in regular life.
Thank you, man.
I remember that time. I don't know if you remember this. I remember a time we were driving from somewhere. I don't know where we were coming from, but we were just having just a random conversation about just random things. And then we go to the Comedy Store and you literally go on stage and for 15 minutes, you literally just talked about the things that we talked about in the car and killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different level of,
thank you, but I'm gonna give you your flowers in return. You have always been a great judge of comedy and you have an incredible laugh. So like our chemistry always works because it's like you don't just act like a child. You have the innocence of a child. Right. So it's like when you make you laugh, it comes from a real place.
Did you just say you don't just act like a child?
You don't just act like a child.
You have the innocence. I was like, wait, I don't know if I like it.
Listen, people want that, bro.
True.
It's like, that's something that you can't buy that.
Right.
So making you laugh is genuine because you don't give out fake laughs.
This is a fact.
And when we laugh, your laugh is so funny, it makes me laugh. And now we're just laughing.
It's just a good time.
It's a good time.
Outside of it being a podcast for the people and everything, I just genuinely look forward to it. Like, man, it's good to chop it up with my bro. So my weekend was cool.
What'd you do?
Watch football. So, this was the most important weekend of football. So I know that, you were super happy about whatever happened wrestling-wise.
You are out of control.
Yeah. This is the thing. See? Ooh. That hurt. So, this is the messed up part about it, right? So, fast forward it. Detroit Lions. You are from Detroit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Represent Detroit. City is a city friend of the podcast.
Friend of the show.
So it took a gazillion years for them to finally get to this place, right? You know what I'm saying? To where they were going to be winning. It wasn't that they didn't win the game. It's how they lost the game. They had, like, even from the beginning of the game, it was they were in San Francisco and came out and was bringing it to San Francisco. Like, came out and scored, like, in the first minute and a half. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was an interception. Like, it was just, they were up by 14. Like, it was a crazy situation. Like, it was such to the point where I was just like, oh, they're about to blow these dudes out. Like, it was about to be halftime. I was like, this is about to be a blowout. And then came back after halftime and Brock Purdy, and they brought them boys back, and ain't gonna happen this year. So it was definitely a good game, but it definitely hurt for the city. But you know what I'm saying, of Detroit. I had to, like, you could see people in there, like, you know what I'm saying? I got like different homeboys that, you know what I'm saying, like, shout out my boy Donnie Comedy. Like, he's from Detroit, huge, you know, Lion fan.
That's my guy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Friend of the
So you know what I'm saying? I know people you know, feel like, you know, like that stung. But I found a metaphor for life in the football weekend, and I wanted to share it with you and with the audience because I thought it was kind of dope.
Okay.
Right? So I'll just take that game, right? Because it's two different ways that you could look at this, right? In life, metaphorically, right? Because I'm not even going to talk about the Lamar Jackson game with the Chiefs, but they got beat too. Lamar Jackson, that sucks. Okay, but let me give you the metaphor for life. So the Lions have worked so hard to get to that place, to get to that game, to, you know what I'm saying, to make that thing happen. And oftentimes in life, you know what I'm saying, we work really hard to get to a certain place. And once they got there, they had jumped to a really, really big lead. You know what I'm saying? And then at some point, they took their foot off the gas. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, and sometimes in life we do that. Like, we work to get to a certain place, and then now all of a sudden, like, you work to get a job, and now all of a sudden you're not doing the same things that you did to get the job. Like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of take your foot off the gas, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you could lose that job just like they lost that game because you didn't do the things that you did to get, you know, there, to keep it there and to win the game ultimately. And then ultimately on the flip side of it, with San Francisco, that first, you know, half of football, they got their butt kicked. So in life, you could be going through things and you could just not be winning. That don't mean you got to quit. That don't mean that you're not going to get to the next level of whatever you're trying to do. Like, you just got to just be able to understand, like, okay, I'm getting beat right now. Like, I'm not looking their way. I'm down 14 points metaphorically in life, but you know what I'm saying? I still got things I can do. I ain't got to get all the points back in one time. I can get a first down here. I could do here. I can do, and then you can still win the game and get what you want. So I took something metaphorically from it.
That's dope, man. First, you out of control for saying they lost that many times. Each example, you know, and when you lose, like they lost, and when you get there and they're supposed to keep their, man, I think that shout out to the Lions. Nobody even expected them to go as far as they did. So I'm very excited for the home team. They're the only football team I've ever rooted for. And I will say this. I saw a video in Detroit where the Lions play. The arena was packed just to watch the game
I've
on
never seen
screen.
That. I've never seen that. That was wild. Sometimes they do that for basketball.
Right.
Teams, but that's a lot less people.
That's what I'm saying.
That was crazy.
Detroit, when Detroit gets behind you, they're behind you, man. And Detroit is one of those cities that you had fans that we've always loved the Lions, but we've been knowing what it was. And then you get the fans that hop on later, which is what you always want. People get mad at the people who hop on at the end, like, you ain't been there. It's like, hey, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just roll with what's going on?
Roll? Can I ride?
I be feeling like that, even like we're rooting for teams, man. Because like a lot of times, like now I think I'm more of like, I don't know that I just like have I'm a diehard team fan. I'm more of a player fan because I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like with a team, it's too much of a level of a commitment. And I'm just like, if a team just keeps losing, like,
You gonna jump off the bandwagon?
I'm telling you, I'm from Sacramento. Like for like 30 years, like we just wasn't good. And then when I become a Laker fan, now all of a sudden y'all want to make the playoffs.
That's what it is.
Really?
They out there, man. You are a sports guy. What got you into sports? Who?
Just the 49ers. Like growing up, like I just liked watching football. It wasn't like necessarily anybody in my life that I seen watching it or anything. It's just, coming up, I just, I liked watching football. I was an instant 49ers fan. And I was just super into it. The wild thing about it is I was really good at like street football. Did you ever play street football?
Twice.
Okay, so this wasn't really your thing?
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't like getting hurt.
Okay.
And
Did
we
you get
were
hurt?
playing in the street, and when people would try and tackle you, so that made me run even faster to not get tackled.
Y'all just play tackle football in the street?
Yeah, or you get pushed into a car. Like, this was the 90s, bro.
I don't know. That's a Detroit thing. Y'all supposed to play on some grass.
And then the second time we played in an abandoned lot. Like, a house gets torn down and you in that lot.
Right.
And I was always scared because my mom was like, yo, be careful in them empty lots, because it'd be glass in there or whatever, or needles.
Or a nail, and then you got to get a tetanus shot.
Right. So when we did it the second time, a lot of the older kids were going to look through the grass and make sure nothing was there. But I'm like, there's no way.
Wow.
Y'all scoured this entire lot. So,
We're not safe.
yeah. And so, yeah.
But no, I used to play like street football, and in street football, I was relatively decent. Like I was good. But then whenever I tried, like my dad signed me up for Pop Warner, and then when I tried to like play with pads, and I just wasn't good. Like I was big, but like I didn't really have like a big skill set. Like so.
Nobody ever told me what was going on when I played football. Like when I did this, because I played Pee Wee football, and there were kids who were bigger than us, and that's who the coach focused on.
Right.
So when it came to us to get our playing time, he was like, "Hey, go stand over there," and I'm like,
Yeah, I used to be what they called a four-play Johnny. So what a 4-play Johnny was, so basically if you paid your enrollment fee to be in the league, they technically had to let you play 4 downs in a game to say that you played. So every game you would just just be waiting just for any point for you to get your 4 plays in there. But it usually had nothing. It had nothing to do with the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
You were just going in there and you really didn't know what you were doing. You really weren't warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's trash.
Yeah, so I kind of got out of sports quick. I think I played, I want to say I played Pop Warner 1 or 2 years, and I was just like, nah. And then I was already starting to get into drums and everything. So then, I in high school I was, playing in the marching band.
I only did the 1 year Pop Warner. The year before I played flag football, which was cool. I learned how to play flag football with the Mexicans in Pontiac. And let me tell you something, boy. The Mexicans, man, they know how to play football.
For real?
Yeah, because it's like they do soccer and they do football. They were so fast, and they were teaching me some of the things.
Because I was about to say, I can't say that I ever played football. But they was flying down the field.
Here's the thing, man. I don't know if it sounds panderish or whatever, but this is my God's honest truth. Mexicans are probably my second favorite race, bro.
Second?
I love Mexicans.
Mexican people's mine too, because I'm a quarter Mexican.
Are you?
You didn't know?
No.
We've had this conversation before. Have we never had?
Maybe. Your mom.
My mom is complete half.
Oh wow. So
her
she's black and
father
Mexican.
is like a complete Mexican man. Like he don't look black at all. It's like no mistake. It's like, oh yeah.
So he speaks Spanish?
Everything.
Did you ever learn?
No.
He's your grandfather.
We didn't have the best relationship.
Why not?
A lot of times I always feel like I I had a crazy childhood, but like we just didn't have a close. I mean, I met him. I mean, I knew him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You almost 50 and he's still alive.
Why are you putting my business in the streets? How dare you? This is the 3rd episode you've called reference to my age. You think I don't notice? You think I don't see what you're trying to do? Oh, you just a giggling conclusion? It's the conclusion of you behind them cameras. Get out!
Yo.
You two are in cahoots. Every episode is either thighs or age. I can't do nothing about neither. Well, maybe something about the thighs. But I don't want to.
Bro, I'm just saying, for you to be
doing it. You almost 50. Shut up, CT. Ever since he got his hair braided, he think he all that. He came in here with a new attitude with his mink green sweater. Like, I'm putting this. But shut up. Give a nigga 5 suits. He can't tell him nothing. You almost 50 though, boy. Shut up, CT. You give a nigga 5 suits from Fashion Over Men. And you can't tell him nada. Can't tell him nothing.
Bro.
Can't tell him nothing.
Yeah.
You can't tell him nothing. You started this.
You can't
I did
tell
nothing
that.
to you. I did nothing to you. For this the 3rd episode, I said, okay, the next time he says anything about me age related, this is gonna need to happen. All right, so back to what you were saying.
Fashion Over Men.
Because he just came in with just this crazy swag. And I'm with it.
Oh, God.
Stop coming for me.
Doughboy.
Okay.
Doughboy, you get your 5 suits?
Can't tell me nothing.
Can't tell that.
I know you be having all 5 of them set out on the bed same time. Which one am I gonna do?
Which one
You
of
look
y'all?
like Tuesday.
Which one of y'all going home with Trigger? Oh, God.
Yo.
Oh, my God,
All right, I gotta get more than 1 suit so we could tip the scales.
bro. My point is,
Yes.
for you to be able to be a full adult and your grandfather's still alive is
don't
amazing.
know- right. But
And for you not to have a relationship with him.
don't know, right? Because it just, I'm just one of the people like, it's like if we fall off relationship wise, I just be like, like, you know what I mean?
This is my grandfather's chain that he gave to my uncle, who was his junior.
Okay.
And my uncle passed, and my aunt allowed me to have it, right? My grandfather and I had the exact same birthday, May 9th.
Okay.
And he was the coolest man ever. And he passed away when I was 24.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, damn. You know what I mean?
Right.
The best guy in the world. And obviously my dad, my uncles, my whole dad side is gone. And I'm like, man, I would be honored to have my grandfather or my dad or my uncle here. So for you, take advantage of it, man.
No,
Reach out.
definitely. No, definitely. You know, and you had a close.
You give him 5 suits. You can't tell him nothing. I said it's the 3rd time. He does it one more time.
That shit is off.
Bro, here's why. First of all, if you looked old, if you acted old, we would never have this conversation.
Right.
You are forever 21, bro.
Right.
So
I'll
that's
take
why
that.
it's funny.
Right. When I be driving home sometimes, I'm like, what is this nigga trying to say?
What is he trying to say?
Where are we going with this?
You
Like,
turn the
this is
music down
second
and
time,
look.
and I'm like watching it, like I'm just sitting, I'm like really in the car, like
What's going on with this guy?
whose man's is this?
Bro, it's only that. Like, because I'll give you an example. A couple of the homies, the older comedians, are older.
Right.
And they're only in their, like, they might be in their late 30s or early 40s, but they're so old.
Mm-hmm. You
You are not them. You're so young,
Let me
you wouldn't even know your age.
Let me give it to you metaphorically.
Give it to me.
I don't know why this is the metaphoric episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this? How about somebody you don't know, right? Okay, this happens, right? Let's just say you're in the gym now, right? You are in the gym, right? And let's just say from last week, you are down 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. But overall, you're down 40,
Okay.
right? Cool. Walking down the street, you meet a dude, or you see a dude like whatever, you know what I'm saying? See it, they're like, it's like, oh, what's up, big man? Or just something to the point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, big man. And so now you can gonna be like, but I've been working so hard. What do you mean I'm big?
Yeah.
So with me, like I told you, like I seen the grays in my beard, so I'm already feeling like I'm looking old. So even though it's just like, your age, so it's just like, wait, am I really looking old?
No.
What do you mean?
Nothing of what I said, mind you, nothing of what I said
Right.
has ever been you looking old. I say about how young. It's the opposite. I talk about how young you behave, how young you dress, the socks. You're a child. What are you eating cereal for dinner?
No,
like that's how I see you.
This is how I knew I was starting to be, certain age. Right? This happened. When was this? This maybe happened like a year ago.
Okay.
So this is when I was 43.
Okay.
So I pull up to a drive-thru, right? And I getting some food. And the girl's waiting, whatever. So I'm talking to the young lady. So I'm just like, whatever, what's your name? Da da da. Blah blah blah. How old are you? She's like, oh, I'm 25. Da da da. So I'm like, she's like, oh, how old are you? So I'm thinking 43. That might sound a little old. I was just like, oh shit, I'm 38. She was like, damn, you old.
Even with the lie, you old.
I was like, damn, God, I didn't hit you with the truck. She's like, damn, you old? I was just like, So that's what I'm saying. I think that, that little clock in the back of my head is just starting to tick a little bit.
No.
In a good way. I don't want you to feel like you've really offended me.
No. I definitely did. But here's the thing. you went on a tirade. I know that hurt. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. One, you got to understand that getting older is a blessing, and you're nowhere near old. I just say that as like a punch.
Right.
But bro, let me tell you something, man. I remember being a teenager in high school. You're like 16, and some speaker comes, or you have a teacher that's younger. And I remember my teacher was she was 23, and we were like, ooh. Because you can't understand age when you're a kid. You think everything's old. So the fact that she was...
said,
you know what I'm saying?
23.
You up there, baby girl. And then you get 23 and you're like, I'm still a kid. You know what I mean? So like even now, at both our ages, we still feel the same. I know I do, as I did in school. But people will always make you feel old with the number.
Yeah.
And
I think, and it's Hollywood too. And I think sometimes too, and I've been doing this since I was just younger, and I don't know why. And I've been trying to remove it from my mind if I can. But sometimes we put a subconscious clock on when the success is supposed to come, and measure it against when it came for other people.
Yes.
So then you can start to be like, well, and then the go-to thing that every actor is going to say is, well, Samuel Jackson didn't start till he was 44.
I was about to say it. Sam, Morgan Freeman,
exactly. So
getting there,
exactly, of whatever the things were. So you know what I'm saying. So I just think just with age, in Hollywood, like you just start to feel like the older you get, you're falling out of touch with whatever it is.
Put it like this. Mahershala Ali about to be 50 playing Blade.
Wow, he's playing Blade?
He's playing Blade. So nothing is out the realm of possibility. Wow. Take care of yourself.
And
enjoy
I feel
your
like
life.
how long has he kind of been like the guy?
The guy he's been since, I think he won the Oscar for Green Book or another film. And y'all will correct me in the comments.
Have I missed a couple of his films? Because I felt like for a second he was like the guy.
He's never been the guy. Oh, Moonlight was his thing.
Moonlight broke like his. That was like that he got awards for that, right?
Yeah, but the first time I saw him was on a show, I think the 4400 or something like that, and then he had done House of Cards.
Okay.
And then he's done so much.
Right, but now he's about to do Blade.
He's about to be Blade. He's been about to be Blade for about 6 years.
Blade's been out of commission for a while, no?
Because our Blade is Wesley Snipes. And they said they didn't bring him back because he's too old. But he's only a few years older than Mahershala.
Do you think they might secretly bring Wesley Snipes' character back in a different way?
I would love that. Every fan would love that. Because Wesley Snipes is the guy.
Is Blade a DC thing?
That's Marvel.
So Blade is Marvel?
Yep.
Okay. Because that's the thing, too. I think people don't really I know you understand, but I think the common person out there that be watching movies and stuff don't be understanding, like, superhero movies weren't always a thing, and Blade was kind of one of the first ones that kind of popped it off for real. Am I correct when I say?
They definitely popped it off. It wasn't one of the first.
Well, just like as far as like the Marvel films and when they were dropping them, I thought that was it, or maybe
as far as the Marvel films, he was one of the newer joints because they definitely did a Captain America and a Spider-Man like early on. But yeah, Blade still gets his credit. He's amazing, and I hope that something great comes out of it.
Right. Are you? Are there any other? Because you're a DC guy. So
yes, I am.
Are there any other DC movies coming out this year that you're excited about?
This year, no. The next movie comes out is Superman Legacy next year.
Who's playing Superman?
Ooh, brother named Cornsweat, David Cornsweat. He's James Gunn is bringing the world together. I love James Gunn. I'm a fan of him. Can't wait to work with him. And he he did the second Suicide Squad movie, The Suicide Squad.
I haven't even seen the second one. Was it good? Was that wasn't the one with Will Smith. The first one was
No, the first one was Will Smith. Yeah.
Okay, so the second one was good?
The second one was great.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
You got to check it out, man.
Okay, let's talk about this now. Speaking of beef in hip hop,
We weren't speaking.
you shut your goddamn mouth. Okay. Yeah, horrible transitions. But no, so what's got the internet buzzing right now and everybody is talking about is there is a new hip hop beef been ignited over the weekend. But this time it's a twist. It's not two dude MCs sparring off. It's two women heavyweights. It got started by Megan, and she dropped a record called Hiss. And then NICKI responded in seemingly record time, which makes me think like you must have had this in the tuck. And that's not even no hatred, or maybe
in
she
the
just
tuck.
in the tuck. You must have just had, because a lot of rappers had that, like, they just pressed the button. So
Q file 3.
boom. So she dropped, immediately, or she could have, wrote it right there, because she's an amazing artist. But both of these records are out. Have you had a chance to hear either one?
I've heard both.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, number one, I want to say that we fully support Black women. I never want to see two sisters or two queens putting themselves or each other down. And I also don't want to see any negativity concerning Black women or any woman, period, for that matter. With that said, Megan can flow. Megan can flow.
Okay.
Oh my God. I felt like her Hiss joint was her getting a lot of people off her back who had apparently been speaking on her in not such a positive light.
Yeah.
NICKI, everything NICKI wrote as a fact was a bar, but the beat was not good. And neither was the flow of her saying the things that she said. Listen to what I'm saying, man.
Why?
I love Nicki Minaj.
You didn't like her flow?
The flow on that song, that's the thing. The lyrics, great, but the flow and the beat weren't great.
How about you say
like reading it was
how about say it like this? The flow in comparison to Megan's.
No, I'm not comparing.
So you're not. So you're just saying the flow. Period.
I'm talking about two different things. I haven't even gotten into their battle.
Humbly disagree.
I haven't gotten to the battle.
Okay,
I'm talking about just pure. When you go on Instagram and they show you the things that NICKI said about Meg, it was like, whoa.
She said some things.
But when you press that volume button and you hear it, you're like, oh, this doesn't sound as good.
Versus when Megan was on
Megan, that's why I started. Megan was flowing. Now, when we talk about them battling, NICKI said Nicki's is going to be held as harder than Megan's because Megan wasn't just talking about NICKI.
Right.
Megan was talking about a bunch of people and NICKI might have had a bar or two. NICKI gave all the bars to Megan.
You want to know who also made a rookie mistake like that?
Who?
And it ultimately lost the battle?
Oh, Martin Luther King, Meek Mill.
No.
Who?
Jay-Z.
Oh, and
Jay-Z drops Takeover.
Yep.
He's dissing
Takeover.
Mobb Deep.
Yep.
He's dissing who else did he diss on there on that first verse? He dissed Mobb Deep. He dissed somebody else, and then he dissed Nas on the last verse. You know what I'm saying? But he was dissing more than one person. Versus, and then when Nas came back, he just came with Ether, and it was just all directed
at Jay-Z.
So this is also and NICKI is a student of hip hop, like you know what I'm saying. So she was like, "Oh, word, okay." Cool. And I think she did the like you just said with the Meek Mill approach. I think she's doing the Drake approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Also doing it to where, remember when Drake and Meek Mill was beefing and Drake drops Charged Up?
And then back to back.
So I think NICKI got something brewing.
She has to. But NICKI is such an incredible artist. They both are.
Right.
I'm not talking about anything behind the scenes of why people might not like one or the other, but just off lyrical and musical ability, I'm a fan of both queens.
I don't hear a ton of Megan songs that I can remember. Not saying that I'm dissing her or saying she doesn't do great music. Maybe it just doesn't.
I have a lot of her songs. But Nicki, here's why Nicki Minaj works. Nicki's so talented. Nicki can rap, she can sing, she can act. She's also gorgeous from head to toe.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it wasn't until Nicki said some things about this young queen that I began to hit a Google search and see some images of Megan's situation under them socks. And I did not like what I saw. And it's very unfortunate that Nicki Minaj would bring attention to something I'd never even noticed.
She went, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because she said a lot.
Spoke
about her deceased mother.
Yeah.
Do you feel in hip hop that it's two things? Well, first, let me give you my opinion. I come from, and you know this about me, I'm an avid battle rap fanatic. Like, I will watch battle rap just nonstop. In the rules of battle rap, people have to understand it's no holds barred. People will say that. I've seen people pull out paperwork on stage. People pull up pictures of people's dead relatives. Like, people do them say, and it gets very. It's a contact sport. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like in hip hop, like that's, and even like with drill rap now, like these young dudes when they be doing songs, like. They will dish your dead friends. Like, they'll talk about them, say their names, say they're smoking on a such and such pack. So
I'm not even mad at the person that pulls out the paperwork on somebody, whatever that might be, their medical results, their legal results, whatever. I'm angry at who gave it to them. It's like, this is illegal. Forget this battle rap. This is
breaking
a crime.
Confidentiality laws.
Man.
No, but people, they will say whatever. Like, even with the Papoose and Remy Ma situation.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So basically, it was a situation where, you know, Papoose and Remy Ma, you know, they've been together for years. You know, Papoose, an underground MC. I want to call him underground, but he's an MC. You know what I'm saying? They're both rappers. He held her down while she was in prison, XYZ. She gets out of jail, starts her own battle league, right? Then some speculation starts to form around that she's dating and sleeping with a battle rapper. And then in a battle with said battle rapper that she was sleeping with, so it's a guy named Geechee Gotti, which was the other guy, and then the other guy that he was battling against, Easy the Block Captain, and so she's Remy Ma, so it's her company, so she's standing right there in the middle while Geechee Gotti sits there and talks to her about her smashing this dude. Like, yeah, it was.
What are the
just,
reactions?
Everybody was like, "Oh!" It went
no, not just the like what was.
She just had to sit there and take it.
She didn't give anything on like, "Oh, that's true."
Outside of a facial expression, which
what kind of expression?
Hurt. Like, it was. I mean, she kept it together, but like more than most people. But this is a man literally accusing you of sleeping with a man that's 5 feet away, and everybody is saying this publicly. You know what I'm saying? And
Did the other guy who got accused of smashing react with a response to that?
No, like, he just got into his bar. And like, that's the thing. So this has been going back and forth in the media, and neither Remy nor Papoose have even said anything public. But then Remy comes out with a record, and then she's saying things, and it's sounding like she's, you know what I'm saying, out there living her best life, or maybe she got cheated on first. Like, it's my whole point to button that all up is, there is people will look up people like your friends, your acquaintances to get dirt on you. They will look for anything that they can do to discredit you in a battle. And this is where it got spooky with this battle.
I've always liked Remy Ma, by the way. Always had a crush. I just thought she was unattainable because, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's still fine, but she's fine married. But whatchamacallit? So that's the thing that's got me a little spooked about how this might go, because at the end of Nicki Minaj's record, she just stopped and just started talking in a very calm, unbothered, like, you might want to stop playing with me. And that is much worse than a witty punchline or a roast. That's like saying, stop playing. And that made me feel like, what is she fitting to say?
Here's the thing. What you just taught me about battle rap and how nothing is off limits made me think about the fact that Megan said the Megan's Law joint first.
Yeah.
And when you speak about a woman's husband or you speak about a man's wife,
all the gloves are off.
The gloves. So that's probably why Nicki said something about her mother, because she feels her husband. And you know, Nicki, Island girl. And when it comes to their men or people they love, it's a different level.
Or when people feel like you're disrespecting their family. I mean,
Right.
just to even speak to your point, if Megan wanted to just diss her, and I get it. So I don't want this to come off like it's like I got some type of, disdain for Megan, because I'm like on record for being a huge Nicki fan. Like I love Nicki. I think she's the most underrated, and I think she's the best, woman MC ever.
You're a Young Money guy.
Yeah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a little twisted. I don't know where a lot of these guys are.
We're a little twisted.
We're gutter. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. The fact that you know the both of their names.
But I'm just saying, like on that
Shows.
Bedrock song, there's a lot of people that we don't see any longer. It was a bunch of those guys. But back to her. So you know what I'm saying? When Megan came out. Now, granted, Megan has been getting, like you said, so to her defense, she has been getting shaded by a lot of people.
Yeah.
She has been getting subliminally dissed by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, she hasn't said anything publicly about anybody. So can you take, what you feel is shade from a lot of people for a lot of years, and then finally feel like, hey, this is my time to respond to you and the things you've been saying to me? Cool, you can definitely do that. If you wanted to attack Nicki, though, you could have just attacked Nicki. You didn't have to say nothing about her family. You didn't have to say anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying to the people that might have something to say. Well, why would you come back and say that? No, because if you wanted it just to be just, oh, I'm just coming at you, you could have talked about her and anything about her and just left it there. Now, at the same time, would Nicki's response still had been so as disrespectful as it was and going to the levels and saying, I don't know. But now we'll never know, because you led with disrespecting that woman's husband. And if you lead with disrespecting somebody's husband, you can't really judge how they might respond to you.
Here's the thing, man. It hurts because, it's great for entertainment purposes and people who love to thrive on negativity and misery. And without this topic, we wouldn't have been able to have that for 20 minutes.
Right.
But I love both of these young ladies, and we will see how this plays out, man.
Let me ask you this.
Please.
Let me ask you this. What do we even have another of note woman beef in hip hop that we can kind of go back to and see? Like, I don't really remember. I mean,
like before Nicki Minaj.
I'm saying before what's going on right now. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think off top of the conclusion. Can you think off the top of your head?
Mariah Carey
no, she's not a rapper.
Oh, you talking about women rap?
Like rapping. Like, have there ever been two female MCs that beefed? Roxanne Shante. That's yeah. And I know Nicki and Lil Kim didn't like each other, but they never really went there and. Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, but they never said anything.
Okay.
It was like, if anything, subliminals. I think this might be the first time we know y'all are beefing. We know who y'all are talking about. Because this is what
Cardi B and Nicki.
But see, this is what I respect about this. I feel like what Cardi and Nicki have been doing for a lot of years, it's just like, it's so subliminal, and it's just so you got to code through it all. It's just like, at least with what these two are doing right now, at least y'all are like, hey, it's up. This is what we doing. We beefing. At least it's not we got to read through everything and are you talking about this person? And
it's direct.
You guys are on the same song, and were you talking about it? No. I'm talking about you. You're talking about me. Let's spar lyrically and let's let the fans decide.
Direct.
And for that, and the fact that I just don't see it going anywhere. Like, I don't see that. This is one of those beefs in hip hop. I don't see it turning violent. Like, I don't.
No.
These are just, and that's one thing. And I will give it to you on this too. I will say this about it. While I did prefer the Nicki record over, if I had to pick one out of two, I haven't heard Megan rap like that in a minute, and she was snapping. Like, I couldn't be mad. Like, I was just
she was flowing, bro.
And what I had to respect about it is that she knows that the barbs are a real thing.
Yeah, just like the Beehive.
Exactly. They might be neck and neck.
Yeah.
They might be, up there with Taylor Swift's, what I'm saying, the Swifties. So you are going against a very, giant of a foe. So to just come out, drop your proverbial nuts and just say, well, this is what I'm on. No, I don't care what you're talking about. I'll cut your head off in front of everybody.
Here's my beef.
I respect that.
Completely random, but my beef is Why wasn't Nicki Minaj featured in the Barbie movie? It's like, man, she's definitely
I
contributed.
thought that was crazy. They did put her song on the soundtrack,
Doesn't
and I
count,
thought that
bro.
just they threw her bone. I
She
think they
could have
should,
been in the movie.
because
they had
she
everybody
acts.
else. Yes.
She's really a great actress.
She
So
went to theater school.
and she gave them a bunch of free promotion for years. I don't know if it was free, but you know what I'm saying? Like she's
For years.
been repping that brand.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Nicki Minaj have a Barbie doll?
Exactly. It was like
That's
all
the
of
question we need to be asking. Like when we just think about entrepreneurialism and black people and all that, when you really think about how we blow up other people's brands, that's actually psychotic that Nicki Minaj does not have a Barbie brand in her likeness for the fact that she's been repping this brand for over a decade, self-made, 100 millionaire, probably on her way to being a billionaire, broke all type of records through the roof, and you don't think that woman is a role model to all these young black girls out there? You don't give her a Barbie doll? That's crazy to me.
Also, she's gorgeous. You went a little hard on the defense. I appreciate it though. But
Nah, man, I just feel like when you think about that, that's just like,
Young Money.
just think about that though.
Young Money.
Give Nicki a Barbie.
I wouldn't be mad at that. But to the point earlier, because I
happen.
know people are going to be in the comments with this. Oh, the comments are going to be crazy.
What's it gonna be saying?
I love Nicki Minaj and I love Megan Thee Stallion, but it was like, I think you know what it was. I'm a fan of Nicki spitting and really rapping. I never am a fan of joke tone rap. So it was like,
Oh, like when she gets all animated?
No, the animated is
Okay.
cool, but it's just like give me the bars and make the animated the ad libs or something.
I got
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sort of like Bun B and it's like
I like that though, because it just shows what, like, you know what I'm saying, just her different modulation.
Written, if I'm reading the lyrics that she wrote, she's destroying.
Right.
But the minute I pressed the sound, I was like, I don't like the beat. And for me, the beat has to, that's why
Catch you.
Megan got me, because the beat was there and I'm listening to her flow on it. Nicki Minaj.
Did you see the video with Megan?
No.
You gotta see the visuals.
The visual crazy?
Ah, yeah.
No.
You didn't see this? That's what I'm saying. The video. If I'm adding in the video, then I'm edging it to Megan, because Nicki don't got no video yet,
Right.
and her video is nothing short of amazing.
A lot of people have been, you know, people are going to be split. There are people who love Megan, there are people who love Nicki, and there are people who love them both, i.e. your boy. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, dude.
All right, enough of your politically correctness. Who are you picking out of this beef? I'm putting you on the spot, man.
You can't. I've literally
And I don't need a 2-minute soliloquy about how much you love black women before
Love
we
'em.
give our take on the beef. Who are you picking in the beef?
friends of the show.
So who's winning so far?
That's the thing, man.
To you.
That's what I'm saying. Megan is killing, but that wasn't all directed at Nicki. Nicki's was all directed at Megan.
So then
so
Nicki's
now
winning.
it's got to be it's not even a full battle yet.
I'm just saying, for where it stands right now, in the two that have happened, one person got jabbed and one person got a power blow to the face, right?
Yes.
So Nicki's winning.
I'm
For
saying
now.
until
It's okay. I've been your boy, Doughboy. This has been another installment of the Justice League podcast. Tell them what you got going on, CTizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow the TikTok Justice League Pod on the talk. Appreciate it.
Oh, wait. We're not going to do that.
On the talk?
We're not going to.
You don't like the talk?
Switch and call it the talk. You're not going to try
You've
to
been
make
calling this
TikTok.
the potty, and I can't call it the talk.
The talk. You follow it all. You just gonna try
the
to.
talk.
You just try to just jot it on out there. See if I was gonna let it fly. Let me ask the audience a question, and I want to, because CT and I behind the scenes have been having this discussion. So I want to see what you guys say, because ultimately we're doing this for you guys, and it's not for us. What day of the week would you guys prefer to get the podcast on?
You're asking them producer questions.
That ain't a producer question. This is when they would prefer to get the content.
Listen to what I'm saying. You know what? Answer the question.
Wednesday? Would you prefer it Wednesday or Friday? Because we'll do whatever we got to do behind the scenes. That's what makes it not a production question. We can figure it out behind the scenes as great producers and content creators. We're just asking, as content consumers, when would you prefer to get it.
They're going to always say as soon as possible, but at the same time, you got to give people time to digest a previous episode. 3, that's like asking somebody, when do you want your Pepsi? Or do you want your Coke? Which one is better? It's like you're asking them questions that they can't give you your right answer for.
What it means is just saying, which day of the week do you prefer? Because we've given them one on a Wednesday before and we've given them one on a Friday before. I'm simply saying, if you had to pick which day of the week you get it on, which one would it be?
And I'll tell you this, the days that it's dropped on Friday have performed way better than when it's dropped on a Wednesday.
Okay, well then we'll see a bunch of Fridays and then that'll prove your theory.
Let's see the comments, man.
We'll be out of there, man.
And when they comment, I want a formal apology.
Why? It's not an apology. It's me asking the people what they want.
I'm talking about for what our preferences are. Anyway, what's coming up for you, man?
Nothing too much, man. I'm just, working on a bunch of stuff. I'm producing another comedy special for another good friend, a comedy friend of mine, and you guys will know.
Tell me off air.
I'll tell you off air.
All right.
They'll actually be here soon.
Nice.
You might run into them. So yeah, I'm just working on stuff like that behind the scenes, and I'm working to start bringing a lot more content to YouTube and Facebook. So check me out on I Am Doughboy TV, IAMDOBOY TV, and Studio 26 Productions, please. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
You ready to go ahead and wrap it up?
Oh, I thought that was right.
Well, okay. Well, I've been your boy, Doughboy.
Oh my God. CT is dope on everything.
Peace.